there's, there's no way I can push this off, and I can't remember her name. Plot point? Can I call her Plot Point?
She is
PP for short.
Shihori.
Shihori.
The funny thing is, that's actually Dave's special ability, is to
Yeah.
go. I'm gonna. So yeah, but as Shihori starts running down, she starts yelling.
Yeah. Okay.
So you've got that little bit of freeze. Karm, you see this. You see this happen as Shiori starts going and yelling, and then there's a weird silence that happens from that right side of the hallway where you're hearing this like wet crunching and stuff at first. What does everybody do?
I'm going to start backing down the hall towards Shihori, but with the gun raised.
Okay.
Maybe not backing, maybe quickly sidestepping, but keeping my eye one way. Trying to look both ways, but paying special attention to the crunchy silent now.
I would say there's probably a pretty good chance, Karm, that you are visible when Tiz turns around.
Okay.
Because these are like those kind of access hallways with a lot of shit. And the thing is just like what you go through because they're super long.
Okay, well, if I see her, I wave the go away.
Well, and what Karm is going to do, Karm is going to take a tactical position at the crossroads, and will wave for Tiz to continue on down where she's going, right? And we'll give you the okay sign and just wave you down.
Yeah, I'm not going that way. I'm just you run away.
If you want to hit the initiative thing on yours,
initiative dice or initiative card?
Initiative card.
Submit. Okay.
So I
And
think.
do you want me to do the same?
Yeah. Does the card stuff not work here? I think we got that going before. Let me pull up the GM thing real quick. My GM character.
I'm just going to roll D66 because I can.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with anything, but I just wanted to know.
Okay.
You got a 4. Good job.
That's my next panic roll.
Yeah, so I would say just go ahead and if you want to actually hit D66 is good.
D66?
Yep. Okay, so 25. Actually, yeah, this is in order. And yeah, Karm, I will add turn. Wait, why'd they all go away? 66. You were
45 is my key.
25. We can get rid of her. Let's cut back over to Dave real quick.
Okay.
Shit's about to go down.
Can I hear any of the stuff that they heard?
No, you are pretty far away because you're still.
I thought so, but I know they left this way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So my plan is I'm going to try to position myself here with my charge rifle and wait for them. And if I see anything else other than them, I'm blasting it.
Go ahead, hit the roll D66 because you will likely, like if gunfire or something happens, you will hear that.
Okay. Roll D66.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
54.
I don't know what that means, but it's not good.
I just use it for 25, 45, 54, 66. So
apparently lower is better.
Yeah, if you click the little clock, there's a little turn order thing.
Oh, okay.
That shows up. So as this rushes this way, unfortunately, Karm, where you said you were pretty much up by the crossroads.
Yeah, I was gonna be at the crossroads with my gun ready.
Okay, so what I do is for the alien and such, I roll a d6. Oh, I'm sorry, 1d6. Okay, so as it rushes through, It'll launch through the air, grabbing its victim, and attacks with 10 base dice, damage 1. If it hits, immediately drags it to the neighboring zone. So it like as it comes across and you see it, it rushes towards you. So what you're going to end up rolling here in a moment. Let me pull up. I just had that up. Okay, so I'm going to roll base dice for it. A single success, which is actually very good for you.
That's enough.
So as it comes through, you can go ahead and roll for blocking. Now, for blocking, in that case, what you're going to do is roll your close combat. Nice. Make a panic roll.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're going to freeze. You're going to be frozen by fear or stress for 1 round, losing your next slow action. So yeah, so this point, you're not going to be able to react on this one. As it comes there, it's right in your face. You're going to freeze for a moment. However, you take no damage. How do you block it as it like rushes towards you?
I think I probably use the big my bolt gun, and just instead of firing it, I'm holding it up.
Yeah, as you hold up the bolt gun, there's a moment where it kind of rushes through, grabs on the bolt gun, and you lean back just in time for it, and then and it snaps right in front of you. Go ahead, take 1 stress die. Mikey, also take a stress die.
Yeah, sure.
Or a stress point, rather, not a die. Well, it becomes a die. You each take those. Turn goes to Tiz then.
So it is physically between her and me.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm shooting it.
Okay.
Sorry. So ranged combat, yes?
Yep.
That is 5 successes.
Ooh, what's your damage rating?
It's damage is 2.
Okay.
Oh, I should have rolled an additional die because it's bonuses +1 and then damage 2.
Just hit. There's one of them that just says
Base dice.
base dice. Just roll that. Here we go. Okay,
Nothing popped up. It just says base dice, but it doesn't have anything.
Oh, I think you may have to hit 1, or if you just want to hit one of your things again, we'll just use the first one. Okay.
It was blank. There we go. So,
Okay, so
5 successes.
What happens is, so you get to do these choices. You inflict, what was it, 2 points of damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You inflict 1 additional point of damage. You can choose this stunt multiple times if you roll several. For the first one, you do 2, and then for the other 4, so you could do 4, 5, 6, 7, you can do 8 points of damage. You can pin the enemy down, and they basically stop it from attacking the next action, using one of them. You position yourself and exchange your initiative scores with your enemy, taking effect next round. That's a possibility. It can't drop a weapon, and it could fall to the ground or be pushed back. So
I'm going to do 4 points of damage, right? Because it's 1, 2 for 1.
Yep.
And then 3 is another one, and 4 is another one. Pin it so it can't do anything, and exchange initiative with it.
All right. So it will be pinned next turn, which is actually really good for Karm.
Yeah. You should be glad you're my buddy.
it will change those. So you're going to do 4 points of damage. So then I roll its armor. Base dice.
Oh.
Okay, it takes 1 point.
I told you I'm pretty good with a gun.
Right here.
This is why I didn't want the knife.
Okay, so yeah, the armor, because it's also one of those things where it's like it's got less against fire, because yours is not armor piercing, correct?
It's just a pulse rifle, so I don't know.
Okay, it should be in gear, but I do not think it's.
It has. It's one that I picked up, so it's not my regular gear.
Yeah, regular gear, pulse rifle. No, it is armor piercing. Okay, yeah.
So it did do 4 points of damage.
The armor is going to do only half, so we can take half of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first 4, so it'll take 2 points of damage. The only problem is, unfortunately, you are standing right next to it, Karm.
Get ready for an acid bath.
Let me pull that up again real quick. Yeah, here in a moment. So you did 4 points of damage. You are gonna have to worry about some acid splash on you.
Sorry. I thought I was gonna die.
The other problem is the search for some reason on here does not work particularly well. It'll find anything that's like half of it. Okay, so the strength of this is their splash rating 8. It took 4. It ended up taking
2 points total.
2 points. Okay, so damage. So 6 points with a base damage of 1. Do you have any armor on you? Which is I'm guessing probably not.
I don't think I do.
Not unless the guards' uniforms have armor.
All right, you're going to take 1 point of damage, we have 1 health from the acid, and it also means next turn you take half that, so you're not going to take any. So as it sort of strikes you, and you feel the sizzling burning, probably in this case in your face, as you get struck by the acid from the hit.
As I'm screaming, "Run, Carm, run!"
Cassim, you have heard all of this. You basically heard this happen further down. What do? You hear the gunfire.
All right. The plan is I'm going to look around the general area for any other kind of weapons, like any kind of grenades, any kind of ranged, anything else other than what I already have on myself.
There's not going to be anything really here in this area because
Okay.
you don't have the guards here.
Okay. I'm going to move a little closer to this intersection here.
We'll say do you want to go in the intersection or because you know it's further down?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. Karm, you can move if you like, because like a fast action includes like running or moving.
Well, I think Karm actually is more interested in sending this thing back to hell, and so if I can get an attack in, I think that's what Karm would do.
You can't because of the panic roll. You can't get an attack in this turn.
Mm-hmm.
But you lost your slow action. The slow action is lose attacks, but your fast action, which is like run, get up, draw weapon, block attack, pick up item, retreat, stuff along those lines. You could get yourself out of position where it can attack you, so you can actually attack it next turn.
It's pinned, right?
Yep. Yeah. It is.
So she could move over it towards me or over it down the other hall if she wanted, right?
Yep.
Or back down the hall she's in.
Okay. Yeah, I think. Well, if I move back down the hall that I'm in, then it would be kind of in a crossfire situation.
Or if you go left or right, because there's a little bit you could go left a little bit, or you could go right a little bit. And then there wouldn't be a crossfire where we're attacking each other.
Right. So like I could back up here.
Yep.
If you wanted.
Yeah, I think I'll do that, and I'm going to try as quickly as I could get that gun ready to blast it.
Yep. So next turn, it's not going to be able to do an attack.
Right.
So with the pins in particular, does I still have that up? Yeah, they missed their next slow action. It could actually run. Mm-hmm. It could flee. But at this point, it can't attack. And because of... Yeah. So it might end up running. But... Tiz, you go first on the second round.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot that thing again.
Make your roll.
I get a +1 because of the gun. 2 successes and a face hugger. So I need to roll that beautiful panic button.
Mm-hmm.
and drop something.
Oh, and also, I'm sorry. On this one with the panic here, also, this also means you are now out of ammo.
Okay,
You're gonna have to reload.
So I take a stress.
Mm-hmm.
That puts me to 8 stress now.
Yep.
I'm out of ammo. I've dropped something, and I got 2 successes.
Yep. So you do what? 3 points of damage. It'll reduce that by 1. Yeah, as it hits it again, splattering the acid, you just as it's coming from the walls and such. As it hits the ground, and is making that like horrible, awful screech.
Wait, so I could do 3, or I could do 2 and pin it for another round.
You want to pin it for another round?
I could if I wanted, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna. If that keeps it from attacking, yes.
Yes. So as it hit, it makes that like scream that goes all the way through. Yeah. So at this point, I will say it starts to move down this hall, but it's hurt pretty badly, so it's not moving incredibly fast as of yet. Kasim.
Well, I still have a fast. Do I have a fast action?
Yes.
Can I reload as a fast action?
Yes, you can.
Then my 1 reload is now gone.
Okay, you got it. Kasim.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to stay in this intersection here, watching both hallways, and again, shooting the first non-friendly face I see.
All right, and then Karm.
Well, non-friendly and not Tiz. I mean, don't shoot Tiz.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You're a rival. You're not an enemy.
Is it in range for me?
Yeah, because it hasn't moved far down the hall because it's been hurt pretty badly.
Okay. Now, am I recalling correctly that like for my fast action, I can take an aim action and then use that for a bonus on the.
It would be on the next one because I'm sorry, fast action, aim carefully. Yep.
So I mean, can I aim carefully and then for my slow action shoot it?
Yep. The aim will give you, I believe, a +2. God damn it. Don't do that. Sorry, cancel. Okay. Whole words only. Next. Yeah, you have a +2 to your next attack roll.
So can I do that?
Yep.
You can take the aim for the fast and then end it on your ranged combat roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so I'll just put on input value. I put 2.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna make a panic roll,
Okay.
and your base damage is 4, correct, or is 3?
I think that's what you said with the bolt.
Yeah.
Done.
So 3, you could do 5 points of damage, which will kill it.
And I'm going to roll my panic as well.
Yep.
Oh, 12.
You scream your lungs out. Ah! You're going to lose your next slow action, which won't matter. Your stress level is decreased by 1, but everyone else not only increases their stress, or everyone else has to make an immediate panic roll.
So I don't increase my stress. I just make a
You
panic
do not
roll.
increase your stress, but Robbie's, your stress is going to go down by 1.
I got a 13.
I have a 12.
Okay. Yeah, you also hear a scream. Like, you're not at... yeah. So also, this isn't going to cascade. But I will say, Kasim, you scream as well, which takes yours down by 1. Mikey, flee. You just can't take it anymore. You must flee to a safe place and refuse to leave it.
Oh yeah. I'm running towards that reactor.
Yep, yeah, you run towards the reactor because what you didn't see is as if the bolt struck the alien, as it kind of through the neck and pinned it to the wall. And it's like, and it's just sitting there like kicking, and just like the blood is starting to like to steam off of the walls itself before it finally just sort of slumps.
I'm gonna fumble with my sunglasses, putting them on. That'll reduce my stress by 1, right? Because this is Act 3.
Yeah, you're going to take a moment while you're
My final act of like, oh God, game over, man.
Yeah,
Game over.
For a moment, it is quiet down here.
So, did I make it to the reactor?
Not to the reactor itself, but into this room. That first you can basically like probably slam the door as you come through.
Yeah, is Shihori with me? Or is she back out in the
I'm assuming,
hall?
yeah, you probably ran past her. Shihori, I'll notice Karm, you probably know she's just like,
Shut the door.
what was that thing?
Shut the door. Did she shut the door yet?
No, she's still in the hallway. Like, you ran past her. She was freaking out.
Oh, is she? I thought she came in the room.
No, she stayed in the hallway. Like she was also freaking out.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm all right. I'm freaking out too. I'm looking for that reactor room.
Okay, so everybody else, it'll take a moment for Mikey to kind of come down. What are the rest of you doing?
All right. I'm trying to decide if I should run toward this area and see what was happening, but I kind of know from the sounds that I heard in the lab that were similar to the sounds I heard in the hallway. And I'm thinking I'm going to stay put and keep a watch out.
Okay.
I think Karm is going to go down to this intersection, and I'm going to listen and just see if I hear any other sounds of screams or the kind of flopping sounds that I hear these creatures making.
In the very very far distance, you hear a couple like exchanges of gunfire, but nothing down this area down here seems to be relatively clear.
All right. Well, then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang out at the intersection then, and wait for obviously Tiz has some business she's taking care of, and she has to come back this direction. So I'm just going to wait for her to make her way back.
All right. If we want to take like a minute or two break while wait for Mikey to come back, so waiting for him to probably set that reactor off. Hey, give me just a sec. I'm gonna pee again real quick.
Cool.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
There was an emergency.
Michael went to go take a leak too.
Oh, it started to rain outside, and my cats were outside, and they were outside my window letting me know.
No, they're good at that, huh? My stress level in real life just went up.
Yeah, yeah. Brother, I know all about it. 100% of my income outside of my Patreon is gone for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Including possibly two of the biggest conventions of the year for me. So
would that be Dragon Con and Gen Con?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping those are both far enough away that they're not affected, but
we'll figure it out. I don't know. But August, I mean, we should expect that this is probably going to go to June or July at least.
Right.
Well, and part of it is going to really depend on how seriously people take their distancing. I think that the people who are not taking it seriously are likely going to be extending the time period for us.
Absolutely. Every person who doesn't, this is like a huge example of how we're all in it together. And if they actually take the whole thing seriously, and the gathering ban seriously, and the personal quarantine seriously, then the chances that it'll go on much longer are curbed considerably. But there are going to be, you can't take my freedom, people who are going to make sure that we're all stuck inside a lot longer and their grandparents die.
I already know a guy who said, I don't think the state should be able to tell me when I can and can't go out to a restaurant.
I think in this case they absolutely should.
Yeah.
They can if the Board of Health, and if the Board of Health says it's, Board of Health does it all the time, and that's the state.
Yep.
Yeah.
There are several restaurants that I loved that the Board of Health said, no, you can't go there anymore. Nobody can because they're not around.
Too many rats.
Close their ass down. We should call this the It takes a village to stay the fuck home.
Uh,
Takes a village to stop your dumb ass from getting the rest of us in danger.
on the upside, I'm probably going to get to game a lot more online. So
Yeah. I've done a bunch of board games and these things, and like, it's been nice. It's something to do.
all right.
Okay. Mikey, as you come in, there are a bunch of, like, you sort of, like, you're sitting there, you kind of turn around, and there are, like, 3 really, like, disturbed looking techs who are, and one thing you do notice is there are cameras in those hallways leading up towards the reactor room, and they have apparently been watching, and you can see at one point, you can see that alien creature, like, just pinned to the wall.
Oh, yeah, good.
So these guys know what's going on.
Yeah, I try and collect myself and pretend I've got my shit together. Kind of pick the gun up and look around for the door to a reactor room.
Yeah, it's not hard to see. Shit's labeled pretty well.
All right, so I'm heading towards that door.
Okay. One of the guys, wait, sir, what the hell's going on?
Did you see the giant black thing with the acid blood that I shot the hell out of?
Yeah.
Twice?
What the hell was that?
There's at least one more in here. I don't know how many more, and I'm getting to where the safest room in the place is. Get out of my way.
Okay, and everyone else is just sort of waiting in the hallway to see what Mikey does, what Tim says.
Yeah, I'm reloading my another bolt in that gun, and basically just looking at using my position at the crossroad, but yeah, mainly waiting for Tiz to take care of whatever business she has and come back.
Okay, so
I'm
Tiz,
going to move up the hallway to there.
Okay, so yeah, Kasim, you're going to run into Carm as you come up this way.
Okay.
So as Mike is heading towards the reactor control panel, Carm, you see Kasim coming up the hall?
Yeah, and
there's a big dead alien.
Yeah, I'm going to try not to step in the acid.
Yeah, and I'll say, that's some of the handiwork of me and Tiz on the floor there. I'm on high alert, listening for any other of those demons. But Tiz has some type of crazy business down the hall.
I think I might have an idea of where he's going. Having looked at the maps, there's only one place that I could see her trying to get to.
Him. I'm a him.
We all know now.
He.
Oh, I thought Tiz was female. Sorry. Sorry. Her, him, Jim, whatever. The point of this alien and not stepping in any of the acid, that's what I'm really trying to do, try to avoid that. And maybe try to help why can't I think? Carm. Try to help Carm patch up any damage, the med kit.
All right. So Kasim, where do you think Tiz is heading?
Well, when I was in the medical lab, the secret medical lab where this demon came from, it's not too far from a reactor. Because I had the same thought when I was looking at the map, that once I saw these creatures, that this might be the only way to because I said I'm not putting them on the ship. There's no way the company can screw itself. Not happening. So I think he's headed to the reactor. That's my gut.
And you think he's going to blow it? Is that what you're thinking?
Yes, and I hope he's thinking of a timer.
Well, okay, timer or not, if he's doing that, we need to make sure. Look, we don't need to wait until our ship is fully loaded with fuel.
No, we don't.
I mean, we got some fuel on it right now, at least enough, hopefully, to get us away from this place when it blows, and then maybe we can find a place to land or something like that.
Yeah.
You may, however, I don't know, want a pilot.
That's why we. Yeah. I can't fly the ship.
And
You can fly the ship. The captain can't fly the ship.
and I'll also take out that uplink unit that that Tiz had dropped and says, "Look, I have the remote to start up that ship. Do you think I should do it now?"
Well, the only problem with that is if somebody up there that's not one of us wants to take off with a ship, well, then we've just started it for them.
All right. Well, look, if what you say is true, I think Tiz is probably going to be, if Tiz is successful, he's probably going to be coming back here pretty soon.
Pretty quick. But see, I point at the alien and say, there's one more of these bastards, this size at least, and a couple of those little ones that I saw earlier. We got to get out of here as soon as we can, because I don't know how much longer those things will be contained.
All right. Where do you think? Do you have any idea where the others would be?
Well, yeah, they were in the lab. They were in the lab where I was before I met you guys at the ship.
We saw one. I know I'm not there, but you both saw one on the second floor through the windows from the ship.
Yeah.
So you know that there's at least one on this. There was at least one on the second floor. Whether that's the one that got killed in the hall or not, you don't know.
I doubt it.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we? Here's what Carm suggests. I think one of us should stay at this crossroads. The other one should go down the hallway and stand at that crossroad, because I'm expecting if there are more down at this level, they're coming from like over here.
Yep.
So, but if one stays at this crossroad, the other one goes to this crossroad. When Tiz comes back, you know, whoever's up here can kind of yell, and we'll both head back to the fuel silos.
Okay, I'll go here.
Okay. And Tiz.
Is there anyone in the reactor room?
You don't actually need the reactor room itself. You can do that from like right outside. But yeah, there's one person who's in there at the reactor controls right outside of it.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to tell them they need to get out now.
With gun pointed at them?
Yes.
Yeah, they gotta go back and they rush in.
Yeah. And then I'm going to lock every door from the inside,
Okay.
hopefully in a way that can't be opened from the outside.
All right.
And then I'm going to set this fucking place to blow.
Make a comtech roll.
So I have the Seegson system diagnostic. It gives me +2. It says Comtech +2. So I just roll Comtech and add +2.
Yep. Yeah. You got to put that in there, and it's one of those things that helps. This is a Seegson system because you are going to. The nice thing about all the proprietary stuff you've got is almost every place you're sent, that's where you're going.
So I'm going to try and set it to not be. I don't want it to be able to be turned around. It's gonna blow.
Okay.
In less than an hour.
One to explode with the timer, and then the second success will be for so that it can't be reversed.
2 successes.
No face huggers. How much time do you want to give?
30 minutes.
Yeah, and the rest of you is you're in the hallway. The red lights start to go. It's like, warning, reactor destruct in 30 minutes.
And now I'm going to run like hell back towards them.
All right. Yeah, I would say each of you in the hallway take an extra panic because you did not know this was happening. Extra stress, not a panic roll.
Okay.
And then Cam, shortly afterwards, you see Tiz hauling ass.
Yeah, well, when I see that, I'm going to yell down to Kasim and say, "Let's go, let's go!"
All right.
back to the fuel.
Oh yeah. I'm like going go.
Run, motherfucker, run! Okay, so all of you head. We can kind of just look up at the spaceport at this point. I think we'll actually need the things. If we do, we can move them there. So when you get up there, Ilya and Lise are both gone.
Oh great.
When you sort of pop out, you do, however, see, and I'm just gonna copy these. You do, however, see 4. However, these ones are dead. Sort of outside the thing. They've been like almost ripped apart. So as you're running, kind of like out of the refueling station back towards the ship. So you're not seeing them, but you do see 4 people here that have been ripped apart in front of the spaceport doors.
That's fantastic.
Good news. No one's going to be able to get in our way of getting in the ship, you know? Nothing to worry about. Climb on board. There's one functioning ship in this joint, and we've got it.
And I'm going to say most people probably will want it.
Yeah, everything's coming up Millhouse. Get on the ship.
Are you going into the ship?
I'm getting on the ship.
Yeah, I'm in the ship.
All right. Do me a favor. Show me where on the ship. So, you now are over on the ship, so I'm guessing...
We're on this map right here.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Deck B, where would be the... Let me double check where the actual...
Bridges.
Well, they'll
Bridges
probably...
on Deck C.
Deck A. This cargo... Where the cargo is on Deck A. This is going to be where you're going to enter from.
Ping them in.
So where did you put the guards?
You're going to have to make these movable for us.
Oh, all the way to the left. Oh, yeah, sorry.
The bottom, there's a scroll bar.
No, I'm talking about the
people.
those. Yeah.
Yeah, let me find where those were.
They are on Deck B.
Qasim by David. That's done. Carm by Robbie. And Mikey's played with me enough to know that like normally maps aren't my thing, but in this one I was actually like, when I'd run this in person, I was like, oh yeah, the maps here are kind of cool. Okay,
And it's also kind of necessary, a little necessary.
Yeah, it's one of those like dungeon crawls that do not interest me, but horror shit happening does a lot more.
So we're down where Ilya is.
No, you're down where Qasim is, the lower left.
Yeah, I'm going to that the workstation terminal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where had you placed the guards at?
They're tied up in one of the small cargo bays.
Like up here?
Like down here.
Down here? Yeah, as you come on, the 4 of them are dead.
Great. Any obvious signs of death? Obvious cause of death?
They, like you see, like one of them been slashed across the throat. There's blood sort of everywhere. Another one's head has been cratered.
Watch out for a guy with a knife and a guy with a sledgehammer. Totally not one of those big alien things on the ship.
Another one has been slashed and like all violent, quick death. It has to be like a psycho killer.
Yeah,
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Yeah.
that's far better.
Hey, you better
Run away.
Run away.
Whoa, yeah.
When we were running on the ship, what was the fueling operation still going on?
Yeah, there's still fuel coming into it. Someone's going to have to detach it.
All right. Well, I think that's what I would do. I'm gonna, say, screw. Wait until this thing is full of fuel. We got this thing's been running. We got enough to at least get out of here.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna stand out and cover her until she's done.
Yeah, I would say make a heavy machinery roll. And Qasim, are you waiting for them outside, or are you heading in?
No, I'm inside. I'm going to the terminal, and I'm going to try to upload the information I have into the computer's hard, so I have a copy.
So in the maintenance room?
Well, yeah, right in there.
Yeah, you can see the dead bodies. You rush through.
Yep. Just like
Yeah, Carm, make a panic roll.
Carm or me?
Carm.
9.
It takes you a moment. You just like you sort of drop the stuff you need, but like it's just increase your stress level by 1 is the big thing. You don't lose anything big. You set down the thing, but you're gonna have time to get it together, and you manage to kind of pull it off. Like a little bit of like gasoline hits you, or the fuel hits you, but you're gonna be okay.
Okay.
So yeah, Kasim,
I probably breathe in the fuel aroma to see if it'll clear my head a little bit or something.
Yeah.
and Kasim, you said you're just loading on the computer.
Yeah, I'm getting the information I have and trying to get it so that at least it's on the computer on the ship.
Yeah, that's it's a trivial thing. You're able to just kind of put the thing you got in and load it up.
Yep. And can I make a copy?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to stash one of the duplicated physical files somewhere up above in the ship somewhere.
Okay. That you might have to wait a little bit just because time wise. So Tiz
Sure.
and I'm assuming at this point Tiz and Karm, you come back into the ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you're coming to the ship, you see Ilya rushing towards. He's got the guard's gun. Behind him are 6 refugees. The people he picked up in the spaceport looks to be a
And he's running
towards
to the ship?
Yep, he's running to the ship with them right behind him.
Okay.
So they're not chasing him.
They're coming with him.
I'm nobody's stopping him. I'm standing by, ready to close once they're on the ship.
Hey, can we chuck these dead bodies out of here? Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna
Dump them.
help load.
So this wholesome family running towards the ship is watching us dump the dead bodies of
guards.
Considering what they've just seen.
That's probably nothing.
Oh, Karm, are you not on this map?
Yeah, I don't know where I went.
Oh.
I had
Let me see. The other thing I can do is this. I can just go ahead and grab you. I should be able to just grab you from here. Or take your bio info. You just take your token. Yeah, there you are. You're big and huge. Wait, what the hell? Are you able to control that?
yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah, that's your token. Okay, so you dump the bodies off?
Yep.
Okay. You take it through there, and like you hear screams as like gunshots and fire and such coming from inside. You bring up the ramp.
Once they're on. Wait, where's Cap?
Ilya just like looks and goes, I left Cap with the ship. We talked. She pointed out that there are people here who should have. These people are refugees. I've been there. I know what that's like. I'm not leaving them all to die. If we can take some of them with us, we do. But Cap stayed with the ship.
No argument. I'm bringing up the ramp. I just want to make sure she wasn't out there.
Okay.
Can I jump on the comm and see in the ship and see if she's there? If she answers. Cap.
Yeah, have you got on one of the comm things?
Yeah.
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 Captain, like you call for it. Yeah, you kind of call through and you kind of wait a moment. Let me do it again. Nothing.
I look over at Karm and say, is that my PRPUT?
Uplink? Is that what
Yeah.
you're talking about? Yeah, you dropped it back while you were engaged in that little detour of yours.
Can I have that back?
Yeah, I'll toss it back to Tiz. And I'd say I would suggest we get this ship moving. And
Yeah, I'm starting the ship as I'm heading up to the bridge.
Yeah,
That's why I wanted the PRPUT.
Yep. Make a
That's why I wanted
comtech roll.
Okay. And I don't get to use the Seegson with this, do I?
No, you got to be plugged into the thing for that. But you've got
Okay.
this means you're able to essentially get it off the ground while you're heading up.
3 successes, no facehuggers.
All of you kind of feel the ship kind of.
And I'm yelling out, "It's okay, it's me, I'm doing it."
As you head up, and suddenly, like what are you doing shipwise? What are you having it do?
I'm just getting it up and off and moving it away so that we can when I get into the bridge proper, I can get us the hell away. But I'm moving it far enough away that I want to be out of range from friendly fire or unfriendly fire as possible by the time I reach the bridge.
Okay.
But without going fast enough that it makes us all fall down and die.
Okay. Let me do this real quick. As you are, so basically you're heading up from deck A to deck C to get to the bridge.
Yep.
What is everyone else doing?
I am going to see if I can't get Karn into a place where we can like really take care of her wounds, because it was just a patch job earlier. So make sure that she's okay. If I can get the med kit out and like really concentrate on.
There are some med kits kept near the cargo bay because accidents and stuff do happen there.
Cool.
Do you go and just sort of like?
Yep.
Yep. So the big thing on here, let me check with skills real quick. Medical aid. Yeah, if you want to make a medical aid, add a +1.
Okay.
I think it's +1. Let me double check that. Tools and medical supplies. Med kit. Oh, +2. Add +2.
To medical aid. Okay. All successes.
All right, yeah, you gain that health back. You kind of take like the synth scan and spray it on, get the stuff around there.
Yep.
Yeah, and while you're doing this, Carm is saying, I'm happy that the ship is taken off, but I have I think we need to check out the ship and see if we've got any other stowaways that might be hiding out. You saw what those guards look like.
You think refugees did that, or do you think it's one of the alien creatures?
I think we should probably suspect the worst case scenario. I mean, the refugees, I mean, they wouldn't be beyond them to kill somebody, but they look pretty messed up.
Mm-hmm. Is this our refugee here?
They are gigantic.
So this is Avatar.
Yep.
They're Brobdingnagians.
All right, so let's get out of here. Let's get.
So, yeah, these are sitting there and they look terrified as they are kind of hanging out. What do you want them to do?
Up on deck C, there's medical, there's a mess hall. They could stay in a cargo bay. They're probably not going to get cryo beds or anything.
I think for right now that we just need to get them somewhere where they can,
there are living quarters on deck B.
Get some food.
Yeah, that sounds good. Just kind of get them somewhere where they can, hole up for a little bit while we check out the rest of the ship.
Okay. So
Probably the mess hall then. That puts them near the bridge.
So see, Tiz, you're headed towards the bridge. You kind of basically head the quickest way up there.
Yeah.
Everyone else heading up to deck C?
Where's mess?
The mess hall is on the bridge. Or on the mess is right here.
Okay, I see it. All right, I'm going to go there and I'm going to help start getting them fed and get some coffee in them and in me and everybody else. So, because I don't really have any other, real need on the ship as far as like nobody needs me to run anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll help out as much as I can in the preparation of food and taking care of our guests.
They move there. And Ilya is going to come with you, or come up there. And Carm, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go. I'll go up there while they're moved, but then I'm gonna say, look, we don't know what happened on the ship when we were off, doing our little exploratory detour, and I think we should look through the ship to see what else or who else we might have on board.
Definitely need to find a captain.
Yeah, we know the captain is. Something killed those. Something or someone killed the guards, and we don't know if they're on the ship.
Okay, so Tiz, you get to the bridge and put the thing down, sort of set up. The problem you've got, if you go into cryo, you can set there are systems nearby. Like, you're not completely fueled up, but you're actually fueled up enough at this point to get. There are systems you can go to that you'll be okay. That you can go get refueled. Let people talk your way into sort of whatever. Like, you're not going to be an expected stop, but problems happen. There's a number of things you could say. The problem is, though, it's going to take a while, and there's not enough. Like, the food and such here is meant for the maybe week or so before you go into cryo, the week or so after, and a little bit extra. There's not enough because you have enough cryo beds for, I think it was 7 people. Yeah, your crew capacity is 6. You've got 5. Right now, there's only the 4 of you on the ship, but that also then includes a total of 10 with the refugees. You can cryo up to 6. People don't they don't do it's not great to be to be awake essentially in hypersleep, or not in hypersleep while you're in hyperspace all that long. However, the food is going to be a problem for the refugees.
Looking at star charts or whatever, is there enough food for, say, a crew of 4 if none of us go into cryo? If the 4 of us don't go into cryo?
Make a survival roll.
Finding it.
Also, everyone's gonna have a little bit of time to relax here. Everyone, take down your stress by 2.
I got no successes and none, but I'm going to take a stress and push it. That's what I do, right? Take a stress and push it?
Yep.
Just a facehugger.
Roll panic.
8.
Tremble. You think that essentially, if the captain is not somewhere on board alive, and if it's just the 4 of you, you can save 2 of them. But the rest
2 of
are,
them.
2 of the refugees, but the rest are not going to make it. And you may have a rough time. You may have to actually come out of hypersleep a little later than normal, because if they're awake and sort of taking the food, some of them are going to starve to death.
No, I mean, my thought was, if there are 4 of us without the captain, and we put them, because there are 6 of them, and we have 6 cryo chambers, we put them in cryo sleep. Is there enough food for the 4 of us to stay awake and alive until we reach someplace?
Not to the nearest place, no. Some of you are not going to make it.
Thus the twitch.
Well, and what's to say that they, in their panic state, if we're in cryo sleep and they're not, that they don't take us out of cryo sleep?
Well, I haven't talked to any of you about this at all. You can do
No,
your
I
own
know.
calculations.
You can lock that. You can lock that down.
I'm just not going to say anything about it, but I hop on the comlink and can I get all available crew to the bridge, please? All available crew to the bridge, please.
Okay. Ilya makes sure that they're all kind of set up, and then he makes his way to the bridge. He's like, don't worry, eat will be fine.
We got a couple of options.
Kasim and Karm, do you both come as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I can see, if Captain isn't on board or is on board and is not among the living, then these are our options. We can all die.
Sort of look back at the rear, the massive mushroom cloud that is essentially leveled the place now that you have left.
Oops. Well, that's a hell of a punctuation mark, isn't it? We can all die. Boom!
There.
We can put the family in cryo, and maybe one of us will live until we reach the nearest place to refuel. Or we can all of us make it and two of the family make it to the nearest port. And those are our options. Suggestions?
None of them are good.
I am going ahead and feeding in autopilot to the nearest, the very nearest place that I can. I'm just going to feed it in so that no matter what happens, this ship is going there.
Yep.
I suggest that we put them in cryo as soon as possible and stretch the food as much as possible.
Well, if that's the case, then I need to make sure that the information that I have needs to get back. So I need to send some communication on ahead. So if I can do that, I'm fine.
Carm?
And well, if you all want to set those projects in motion, I think maybe Ilya and I should go through make a quick sweep through the ship to see if we can find the captain, to see what else we have here on the ship.
All right. I'll handle getting the family into cryo. You make your comms, whatever comm you need to send. You and Ilya start the sweep of the ship. Well, regardless of what happens, it's going to be far easier for us to deal with something if we don't have refugees underfoot. Putting them in the cryo keeps them as safe and out of the way as possible.
Okay. Yeah, Kasim, you can use Mother to send it. You have an override that you can use.
Okay. Right.
You might be able to get some other stuff if there are protocols where if something happens with the captain. If they can't be found, it will give you some more authority, which also usually means more sort of information. So Ilya and Karm, you check out Deck C first. Okay, and then Mikey, what are you doing?
Heading the refugees over to the cryo, explaining that we're going to put them in cryogenic sleep until we reach the next spaceport, so that they will reach there alive, healthy, and well, and not starving.
Okay. Yeah, so you move them in there. Let's start with Karm.
And I lie to them and tell them there's enough food for the four of us to make it, but not Not for all 10 of us. So,
Okay. So you kind of get them set up for cryo, which takes a little bit of time. Carmen Ilya's sort of coming through, and he's like, if there is extra space in, I think you should take. There's 6 of them. He's like, I'm sorry, if there's someone who can survive, I brought them on board. I should.
it's fine. It's fine.
Well, this is Decarm.
Oh, yeah, well, then it's not fine. Fuck it. I hate you. Die.
As you're checking through CDAC.
Yeah. So what does he say? He says
He goes,
that
if there is if we are not able to make it, I am the one who brought them on board. I did not want them to die. I've been in their situation. I will not partake of the food, so some of you may survive.
well, Ilya. I mean, let's not get all deepy and tragic right now. Let's search the damn stuff and see what we have.
Okay. So C actually checks out as you go through. Everything seems like it's fine. It's a little nerve-wracking as you head through. Do you go down to B, up to D, or all the way down to A?
Let's see. Looks like there's more. B has. I'm just trying to look here. What does B have on it? I think we'll go down to B.
Okay. So as you're heading down, you kind of look through some of the quarters and such. When you get down to that part in the southern section of it, you find the captain's body. Essentially, she has been ripped in half. You do see, for example, though, like you've got like the captain's key card and all that stuff on her. The gun that she had taken from the thing, but yeah, she's there. There's a couple. You see a couple scorch marks from the gun on a couple holes. They don't go all the way out to the hull, but you see a couple of them in here. So here's where she was killed.
Is there like can I get back in touch with the bridge for you?
Yeah, there's a comm unit. I think pretty close to there. There's comm units kind of in a lot of places. Yeah, you've got one literally right there.
Yeah, so I get on that comm unit and say, this is Carm. We're down on level B, close to engineering, and we found the captain, but she is deceased. And there are signs of gunfire down here.
Are the refugees in cryo yet?
You're getting there. Before we get to this, let's go over to Kasim.
I just wanted to know if they're awake and conscious when they hear the captain.
By the time this comes through, they'll be in cryo.
Okay.
So Kasim, so you go you've got your backup thing in the mother, and it's like the thing. Yep. Captain Lee's password.
Okay.
Is what it says on the screen.
Oh, so type it in.
Well, you can do the override. Captain Lee's Pirillo password.
Yeah. Override.
Is there a problem with Captain Lee's Pirillo?
Yes.
Is Captain dead, incapacitated, imprisoned?
So I heard them tell me, right?
Not yet. This is while they're heading downstairs looking.
Okay, missing.
Username, password.
Type it in.
Kasim Hanashi. Clearance level, blah. And it gives you a clearance level. And now you have access to Mother.
Okay. As far as communications outside of the ship, can I contact anyone?
You can send information. It takes a while simply because this is 1970s thought of, well, what happened?
Right. So I'm sure that there is no one in the company that I can necessarily trust with this information. That gut.
Yeah, no one that kind of pops to mind immediately.
Okay. So I'm going to look for media contact
Okay.
and basically type up a summary of what's going on, the evidence, all the information that we have, and try to leak it to a source that can stop this from happening elsewhere.
Okay. You go through there. The other thing you go through and you send that off. The other thing you get is the Antigone's equipment manifest, as well as information and codes to enter it. So you'll see that on the handouts.
Okay.
This is the other stuff that is available. And as you're probably coming out of this, at this point, you come into the you leave Mother.
Yeah.
Coming into the bridge. Right now, Tiz is not there, but then you hear Carm coming over the intercoms.
Oh, God.
So now, Carm has just relayed the information to all of you. What do y'all do? Everyone is close to a comms. Though I think Tiz might be a little further. Is there one in the... Yeah, Tiz, you have to get to the bridge to call back.
Okay. There's not one in the mess hall? That's weird.
Yeah, because the mess hall's not far from the bridge.
Yeah. All right. So I hop back up. All our guests are comfortably nighty-night.
We want to have a ceremony, something for the captain before we jettison her. Anyone?
Yeah. I mean, Carm says, Ilya and I are fine down here. We're going to continue our sweep of the ship.
I think that ceremony can wait until we can all be present.
That's what I was hoping. All right. Well, I'll help continue sweep the ship as well. Make sure we don't have any more stowaways.
Okay. So while they're going into B deck, where are you headed?
I'm on C deck.
They've swept C deck. Are you heading to C deck? Or are you heading elsewhere?
Oh, they've already swept C deck. Okay. Then I guess I'll go up to D.
Okay. And Tiz?
I will I'll go up with him. I think that if we're going to do this, we should do it in pairs.
Okay. If you want to move yourself over to D deck. All right. So, do the two of you continue going through C deck? Carm?
Yeah, I mean, I'll continue the sweep of C deck. If we finish that up, we'll go down. We're on B deck, right? So we'll finish the sweep of B deck, and if that checks out, we'll make our way down to A deck and do the sweep down there.
Okay. So it's a bit of a nerve-wracking endeavor, considering that essentially all this stuff is set up to be. There's a lot of the cargo has been taken off, but you do have some other stuff that's just like stuff for y'all that sort of should remain around. So there's enough stuff still sort of left over that as you're heading through, you're looking over a bunch of different stuff. But you head through the rest of C deck. Let's go ahead to D real quick. Okay. So on D deck, the two of you come up there and you just started like heading through and checking shit out. As you're in this storage area here, there's a moment where as you're going through and the door is open to the storage on this side.
All right. Well, I'm going to bring up my pulse rifle.
And I as well.
And I look at him and I nod towards the door and, point to either side of the door.
Okay.
And I'm going to take up positions on one side of the porthole, the door or whatever.
Okay.
I'll take the other.
Now, are lights on? I'm imagining it's dim lights.
Yeah.
Are there running lights or anything?
Yeah, usually there's no lights on here unless you come on, you can click them on.
Well, since we're here, I'm sure the running lights are on in the room we're at.
Yep.
But not there. Is there a flashlight on the pulse rifle by any chance?
There's not.
Yeah, that figures. All right, looking from where I'm at on the side of the door, do I see anything in there?
Yeah, as you sort of take a look through, let me have you... Oh, let me just do this. Go ahead, roll a d6.
I put myself on initiative card, by the way. 41.
Oh, and then also, Kasim, if you want to make a roll as well.
I did. It's 25.
A 25?
Yeah, I was the first one. I saw what was coming when I saw the turn order thing pop up.
Yeah.
Oh, does that pop up for everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's there.
Oh, let me take this out for you. Yeah, so as you kind of like head through, Kasim, you're staying in that room behind?
Well, I'm going to follow right after him. Yeah.
Okay, so right after him. Kasim, you kind of see first, as you come in the back under some of the things, it's like...
Oh, great.
Is it
You're the one who
big
sees
or
it
little?
first. Big.
Okay. I'm going to get his attention and just aim my weapon in the general direction of the creature.
Well, I'm sure that I heard the incidental noise as it made its creepy show movie noise.
So are you firing, or are you just letting him know?
No,
I
I'm
also-
letting him know I'm getting ready to fire.
All right.
Yeah, I'm also bringing up the rifle just in case.
Okay, so now that he knows that I'm going to fire, because I don't want to startle him and then him freak out, now I'm ready to fire.
Okay. I would say go ahead and it, like you see it like rear back, and that when you start to fire,
Okay.
make your roll.
All right, just combat roll,
Yep. Or
Ranged combat.
ranged combat.
You get to add a bonus of 1 die because of the rifle. Oh, nothing.
Are you pushing?
Yes.
Or use a story point. You don't draw stress, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll use a story point.
Yep. Then just re-roll.
Oh, that was worse.
Yeah. Make a panic roll.
That was worse.
So with a 9.
I'm glad I'm wearing the brown pants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
it's-
and like as it fires, part of it freaks out, and the gun clatters to the ground. At this point, it's also make a note. It also needs a reload.
Oh, great.
At this point, as the gun sort of falls out of your hands, you'll be able to sort of still attack, but you got to pick that up.
Sure.
The good news is you have 1 reload.
Yeah.
Mikey.
I'm moving to where I can see it, aim at it, and shoot.
What? Make a close combat or make your range combat roll?
So can I do the aim action as my fast action?
Yeah.
All right.
+2.
So it's ranged combat +3 because I'm using the rifle.
Nice.
2 successes and a face hugger.
All right.
Add a stress, make a panic roll.
And
11.
11. And you're also that also takes up all of your ammo.
I'm also now, but I don't have a reload.
I'm gonna check something real quick because I'm thinking in combat, if the panic rolls might just be you're running out of, because I know if you roll the face huggers, it's about running out of ammo or supply. So, or combat, if it's supposed to be both of those. Prone, grappling, pushing. Field supply, range combat. Yeah, well, right now we'll just go with what we've been doing. I can double check that later. But yeah, so like, you end up firing like all of the stuff that you have in there.
The 2 successes still count.
Yep, the 2 successes still count.
So I'm gonna take 2 damage and pinned.
Okay, so it'll now. The thing is, it'll roll its armor. Is it armor piercing?
It is armor piercing.
Okay, so then it goes. All right, it is struck, and you do see like some of the blood go flying back there and sizzle into some of the rest of it, the rest of the thing. At this point, it all out attack as it rushes towards.
It's pinned.
Oh shit! Yeah, so it'll lose its. Big action. It sort of hits the ground at that point. Because it got no successes. Did take some damage. It then rushes behind a stack of some of the supplies that are back there.
Okay. Is it my turn next?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to pick up the weapon, reload it, and hand it to Tiz.
Okay.
Okay.
And then, when I have a moment, I'm going to step out into the closest comm area, like where I can call backup to deck D.
Okay. So it looks like, Tiz, you're in the room with it. Let me get back onto the objects and tokens.
I'm in the room with it.
Well, Tiz, where's the nearest comm? Yeah, right in the next room. You can kind of pop right outside.
Yeah, just pop right out the door.
Oh, let me move that to token.
So it's behind crates and I can't see it.
Yeah, not right at the second. So Kasim, you rush out there, get on the comm. What do you say?
All crew, emergency deck D, bring your weapons.
All right, so Carm, you hear that?
Yeah. So I hear that. I look to Ilya and say, "This cannot be good," and I'll take off to deck D.
Okay. 2 of you rush up towards D. We'll get you there probably.
Sure would be nice if I had some vodka.
Yeah, we'll say about 2 turns before as you're rushing up, you'll get there.
I'm gonna move to where I can see it and shoot it again.
Okay. Make a observation to see if you can see it.
Well, I mean, I saw it go behind.
No, but you got to go because there's a bunch of shit back there because
All right.
This keeps all your stuff. So I will make its mobility roll.
I got 4 successes and no facehuggers.
You will probably succeed. Yep, it's trying to kind of hide back there. As you kind of come across, you see it sort of like moving between some of those mazes of what's left, and you kind of catch it in the thing. And then, are you firing?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was going to run away. I was going to run out the door and shut the door. But my personal agenda says it's about pushing the limits, taking a chance, taking risks. So take a risk. So I'm like, screw it. Time to kill this bad boy thing. I'm firing the weapon at it.
Okay.
That is, I'm gonna push that with a story point.
Okay. So you get to reroll the whole thing.
That is 4 successes
Shit.
and no face huggers.
All right. How much damage are you doing? You got
I'm gonna
one.
do. I'm gonna pin it, and then I'm going to do 4 points of damage, armor piercing.
It'd be 3 points because you do one to pin, one
Oh,
is
you're
regular
right.
success, and one to the other one. Yeah.
No, it'd be 4. It'd be 4 because I have 4 successes.
Oh yeah, 4. Yeah, you're correct. You're correct. Okay. Yeah, I was not looking at the. Oh yeah,
Yellow
you
one
had
was
the
hidden.
panic on the one before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it hits again. And just as it's hitting, you see it like steaming into some of your foodstuffs.
Great. I hope these things are edible.
And it's like it actually climbs like up the thing, and it kind of starts to go over.
Oh.
Next turn, we've got Karm. You'll be there on the next one. You and Ilya.
I was starting to do the accent because I figured after I died, I would be taking over Ilya.
Yeah. Yeah, you two are headed your way up this way. All right, next turn. We start off with Kasim. Are you still kind of hanging out in the back?
I'm watching through the doorway because I don't have a weapon.
Okay, Karm, you want to make a D6 roll?
Karm? Or Kasim? Oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
All right.
Kasim, you could be looking around for anything you could use as an improvised weapon.
Yeah, that's what I was actually just going to say, that either, like, if we don't have ammo to reload these, which I don't know that we do, but I need something else. Some spear, something, a long, sharp object. Metal, preferably.
Or even like a big wrench or...
Yeah, anything.
Hey, Karm, you're hauling ass up towards where they're at?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we have any more vodka?
So I will say this will be at the end of your turn, but as you rush up, Ilya's like sort of right behind you. You then hear a and like one of the doors as behind you. This one, you're not going to notice this so much. It's smaller than the one that you saw earlier, but there is another one, just like sliced out a good part of Ilya. Go ahead and add a stress.
Oh, great.
And we're back to next turn.
Ilya.
I thought you said 2. I thought you said 2, Hasim. I thought you said 2.
Well, there was 2 big ones. I said there were some small ones. This is one of the small ones.
All right. We start with Karm.
So do I hear this one behind me?
Oh yeah, you turn and you see it as it's just killed. It just killed Ilya.
Well, then I think I'm going to go after that one.
Okay.
I mean, I have my bolt gun, and if I can get a shot at that one, that's what I will do.
Make your roll.
Okay. Can I do the fast action aim?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I roll ranged combat, and you said that's +2 with the aim.
Yep.
So that's 3 and a face hug.
All right. Go ahead and make a panic roll, and for that one, what would you like to do as far as the extra successes, extra damage?
I think I will just I'll just do all damage.
Okay. So that'll do 5 points.
Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled the D66. I need a panic roll. My panic is a 9.
You dropped something.
Yeah, which I think at this point you're also out of. Are you out of for as far as reloads go?
I don't think she's hit a panic while firing yet.
Okay. Yeah, as it sort of hits, it rips through it, and it kind of falls to the ground, and the thing is still going. And before you kind of realize it, you've dropped the bolt gun.
Okay.
All right, Kasim.
I made my observation roll to see if I could find anything I could use as a weapon.
You got 4 successes.
We'll say as you kind of like rush through in this part of storage and such, you essentially find like a big ass wrench.
Cool.
So you got something that's going to work as a gear, close combat.
I don't want close combat, but I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll say a blood instrument, which gives you a +1 bonus.
Okay.
All right, Tiz.
I'm gonna aim and shoot.
All right, you gotta kind of catch it as it is able to move, and it's able to move kind of quickly. Go ahead and make an observation and see if you can beat its mobility.
3 successes and a face hugger. I'm going to push that with the story point.
So when you roll, why don't we go ahead and ignore in the same locations? Just make the roll again. We'll just ignore what's in those same locations as the hits.
Okay, so I see what you're talking about. I got the same roll in different locations. Well, sorry,
You
I got
+1.
yeah.
Okay. Also, you do have a face hugger, so go ahead and roll panic.
So I got 4 and a face hugger. So add a stress and come on, panic. Roll low. 12 is not low.
Okay. So your thing is you're rushing after it. Scream. You scream your lungs out for run round, losing your next slow action. Your stress levels decreased by 1, but every friendly character who hears it must make an immediate panic roll. Okay, so we'll say this one is as you're sort of coming through, as it has gone up over, and it's actually like attached itself to the ceiling. You let out a scream, which then loses your attack. Yeah, reduce yours by 1. With the 7 on the panic roll, nervous twitch, your stress level and the stress levels of anyone around you increases by 1. So, Dave, you get +1. No one is right around you to see you start twitching and freaking out.
In space, no one can see you twitch.
And the damaged thing then attacks with its venom spiked tail
Yeah.
on you, Mikey.
Yeah, it is.
It is wounded. However, holy shit, that's it. So in this case, what you're able to do is considered a close combat attack.
So you need me to roll combat?
Yeah, so roll combat as far as blocking, which will take up your next your next fast action.
I'm going to take a stress and push that
Okay.
because
we'll ignore the ones that are in the same spot.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Well, you have 2 successes. It's still got panic.
Yeah. So I'm taking that stress and hitting the panic again. With 11.
Okay. So
This is my final farewell, guys.
Good night, Gracie.
okay. So it actually in this case does not do damage to you because, or rather, I got 2 successes. You also got two
successes.
Yeah, 2 successes. As the tail comes out, how do you barely dodge the tail?
Let's just say I fall backwards against the wall and just kind of slide down it.
Yep.
And end up flat on my ass on the floor.
Yeah, as it goes like right above you. So you have to panic now for the next or run for seek cover. Your next action must move away from danger and find a safe spot if possible. You're allowed to make a retreat roll if you have an enemy at engaged range, which you do not. Your stress levels decrease by 1. Any friendly PCs increases by 1, but no. So basically, next round you are freaking out.
I have to run away.
Yep. And I'll actually probably have you make a mobility roll to see if it can find you on the next one. Then we go to that's Alien. Then we're back around to Karm. Oh wait, I'm sorry, the alien that's there with Karm.
And so this one is a smaller one, and does it look fairly damaged to me at this point?
Yeah, when you hit it like a lot of blood and such came out of it. Like it looks like it's maybe if you're lucky, not particularly long for this Earth.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take that knife that I've kept, and I'm gonna go charging towards it and go at it with my knife.
Yeah. The thing is, before you can do that, it launches through the air. Because you did not. Did you pin it?
No, I did not. I
Okay.
was just doing damage. Yeah.
Yep. So it leaps, it like rushes through the air as a trying to grab it. So it is going to attack you. It got 2 successes as it's leaping through. If you want to make a close combat roll, gives up your next fast action, but allows you to.
Okay.
Do you want to push that? So otherwise, you are getting hit by it.
I'll take the hit.
Okay. So it attacks with 10 damage 1. If it hits, it immediately drags you into a neighboring zone, dumping you on the floor. You're prone and drop all handheld items, and must make an immediate roll. So you're going to take 1 point of damage, but it's going to pull you into here. And you're going to drop that knife. And you lose your next fast action. But then we are now at your turn. What do? You have a slow action, but not a fast one.
Can I just pummel it?
Yeah.
That's I think what I will do. Just I'm just rolling combat then.
Yep. Make a panic roll.
All right. Can I push that?
Oh yeah, you can push that if you want.
I think I'll definitely. So I take well, I can use a story point, right?
Yep. If you use a story point, then we ignore everything on there and you just re-roll.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll use a story point and re-roll.
Okay.
Better.
Are you pushing that one?
If he pushes it, he still ends up with a face hugger.
Yeah, basically we ignore all the ones, we ignore the locations of all the ones that already show up with one. Because you can't re-roll face huggers, you can't re-roll hits on a push. Story point lets you re-roll the whole thing.
Yeah. I think I'll just stick with that.
Oh fuck! Not a single 6.
Yes.
Tell me. You have a base damage of 1. It has 1 left. Tell me how you kill it.
I think I grab it by the head, and maybe that little mouth that comes out, but I'm just kind of wrenching the head to break the neck.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then also make a panic roll, and we're gonna see what it does as far as damage goes, or I think splash damage. Nothing. Yeah, you something cracks inside, but no blood comes out as you. 7. So you got like a tremble. Yeah, with a nervous twitch, your stress level increases by 1, but you're fine. Beyond that, you're sitting over there for a moment as the thing starts like twitching and the body starts like slashing. You're able to kind of like push yourself back so the tail and anything else is not getting you, but that fucker is dead. All right, Kasim.
All right. You said that he's by against the wall near the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, who is Carm?
I am.
Oh yeah,
Mikey's character.
You're kind of in the back. You're probably heading maybe back towards that door exit. Mm-hmm.
I'm planning on coming in, and I'm gonna. If I see the creature, I'm swinging at its head.
Okay.
It's hanging from the ceiling, just so you, in case you forgot.
And
but I thought, didn't it swipe at you with its tail and a tail wall?
It was coming. Okay, so you're coming in ready to go.
Yeah, I thought you said it hit the wall and stuck right above his head.
The tail did, but it was up on the ceiling.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, swing for the tail, I guess.
Okay, so as you come in, as it's kind of rushing up, go ahead and make your combat roll.
And I'm just combat.
Mm-hmm.
No modifiers.
+1.
Oh, I didn't do +1. Dang it.
Just roll base die.
Just when you hit base dice, put 1 in the slot.
Are you pushing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Story point lets you reroll all of them, or pushing it lets you reroll all of them except for what you got a success on.
I have 1 story point left. I'll do that. No, I'm going to save it. So I'll take a stress. And then what do I need to reroll?
You just hit your reroll, but add a +1. We'll ignore. Actually, just hit your reroll. Don't add the +1 because your +1 got a success. We'll
Just
ignore
combat, right?
We'll ignore the 2 things in the close combat where they already succeeded.
So 2 more successes.
Yep. So a total of
Yes.
1, 2, 3 successes and a panic roll.
Okay, panic.
So you do 1 point of damage to it.
God dang it.
Tell me about it.
Can't roll under a 10.
So with a panic level of 12.
It's a horror game.
Scream. You scream your lungs out for 1 round. You lose your next slow action. Your stress levels is increased by or is decreased by 1. Mikey, make a panic roll.
Just make a panic roll.
Yep.
9. I dropped
I don't
something.
think you have anything to drop at this point.
I have the gun.
Yeah.
His poop.
Yeah. Gun comes out of your hands. You've lost.
I have the gun. I have my sunglasses. I have.
Yeah. The gun comes out of your hands. Tiz, it's now yours.
Well, I have to run, right? So can I grab the gun and run, or do I just have to run?
If you grab the gun, you're not going to be able to run. You just have to run.
Oh, well, then I'm just gonna run. Yeah. So I'm gonna run out over to here.
Okay.
I don't know how far I can run, but I'm running that far.
Okay. That'll be fine. I've split into zones. Kasim.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also have. So you're gonna make a close combat roll here in a second.
Okay.
2 successes.
Just regular combat, right?
Mhm. Are you pushing?
No.
All right. So what's going to happen is this is what I rolled with the 4 is capture for the hive. If the attack causes any damage, it pulls its punch. You only take 1 point of damage, but the paralyzing venom takes effect. Make a stamina roll.
All right.
All right. You're also gonna make a panic roll here in a second. You're gonna be able to stay on your feet for 2 rounds before you go unconscious.
Okay. Shat my pants.
Seek cover. Yeah, you basically start your next action has to be rushing for cover.
Okay.
But you've got yeah. So, Carm.
All right. I think what. So I'm assuming that I hear this noise.
Oh yeah.
Where the others.
Mhm.
I'm gonna grab that little one that I just killed, grab it by its tail, and drag it along with me, and I'm gonna make my way up to where I hear all that noise.
Okay.
Going on.
So if you're grabbing that, you're not going to quite. You're going to be able to probably about here because it's going to be heavy and awkward to take it that far.
Okay.
You go up to here.
Yeah.
All right, Kasim, you have to run for cover.
Yep.
You going back? I'm assuming back into this room, out
Yep.
of the one.
Yep.
Okay, Tiz.
I'm going to try to remember to close the door behind me.
With the panic stuff, you don't necessarily remember that when you're trying to run for cover. You're just trying to run the fuck out of the place.
So there's no roll I can make for that.
Not in this case, no.
Okay.
You have to run for cover on this. Tiz,
So what did Carm? Can I see Carm from where I'm at?
not where you're at now.
All right. Well, I'm still gonna run. I don't know what's happening behind me, but I'm running this way. So I'm imagining I run into her and Ilya's body
Yeah, you
and
see-
that nasty thing.
And you see her coming up with the body of one of them behind her that she's dragging.
She's dragging it. Do I see Ilya and his body?
Yes.
Can I grab his gun?
Yeah. If yeah. Carl,
All right.
you probably would have passed it up first, but yeah.
Oh,
If
well
not-
then I stop at that and kind of look at her while she's dragging it. Well, there's another one in there.
And Carm just says, I'm going after it.
Well, I'm not standing in her way. I press up against the wall to let her ladies first. I got your back, like from back here.
I mean, Carm is determined to wipe these things out. Right? I'm going to send all these demons back to hell.
Hey, I tried. I was just, exploding a reactor, hoping they would stay there, but no.
You just killed a whole bunch of refugees.
I destroyed a lot of threat as well.
True. I will give you that.
Technically, well, he destroyed one and then a bunch of eggs. The eggs, though, could have been like 4 others.
I said threat. I destroyed a lot of company men.
Yeah.
That too.
Okay. Yeah, Kasim, as you kind of come out, this just and then comes into that main room, but does not attack as of yet. Carm.
All right. Well, I think I'm just continuing to work my way to where it is.
Are you still dragging that with you, or are you dropping it and then rushing?
I'm going to keep dragging it.
Okay, so dragging it will not get you quite to that room yet. It'll get you. Let me make these a little bit smaller. I should make those maps a little bit bigger, actually. Yeah, it'll get you to kind of up to here. You're in this room, but you're not quite in there yet. Kasim.
So I'm back out in the hallway now, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I can get to close the door, I will close the door. But you said he's in the hallway now?
Yeah, it'd come into the same one, but you rush through. Basically, you could come up through here, or you could come down through here.
I'm going to come down through here.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Carm, you see him rush out and kind of locking the door.
I think what Carm says is let me in there.
She's dragging a corpse of an alien. Let me in.
I have unfinished business to take care of.
Go for it. I'm not going to stand in your way.
So probably the next turn. Though, Tiz, what do you do?
You know what? I'm not going to be outshone by Carm. I'm not a coward. I was just scared for a minute.
Okay. Are you grabbing Ilya's gun?
I grab Ilya's gun.
Okay.
Yes.
Grab Ilya's gun. Yeah, and you pop back in.
And if
it has
I
done
can,
something. You don't know what it's done.
I didn't know if there was a way for me to open the door, or if I could just. Oh, I grab his gun and then move in there with her. That's right.
Oh, sorry. Let's do this. Okay, so you're all in here.
And just for the sake of story, I'm assuming that Ilya doesn't have his reload anymore.
Correct.
Okay.
So at this point, if you want to switch initiatives, you're able to. If you want to switch those around a little bit.
So we can re-roll turn order?
Not re-roll turn order, but you can switch. You can actually switch initiatives around if you want someone to go before you or whatever.
Okay. Well, I really, unless it's close combat, I really don't have anything that I can do except throw the wrench. But
I can't see the turn order. I can see the box, but I can't see the actual turn order.
Oh, basically it's Carm, Kasim, Tiz, and the alien.
So Tiz can go before me. Everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, Kasim, you've got one more round before you're out.
Right.
You want me to go first because I have a ranged weapon, Carm?
Yeah, and I'll be right behind you.
Okay.
All right, so Tiz, Carm, Kasim, alien.
So we'll go Carm with 25, Kiz 13. All right, so Tiz, you're first.
I, open the door.
All right, you open the door. It is not in that room anymore.
Great.
Well, I guess I'm going to make an observation check to see if I can see it anywhere in the room.
I was because this particular hallway is not filled with stuff, so it's pretty. This door, however, is open.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to position myself by that door.
Okay.
If I see it, I'm going to shoot. And if not, I will wait.
Okay. You let Carm know?
Yeah.
Carm, what do you do?
Now, is it the one on the left or the right?
The left, over here.
I think what I will do is Kasim has the wrench.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'll say, give me the damn wrench, and if you will do that, I'm going to go and make my way up to that other door.
Okay.
In other words, right, go through this door and then
Up to there?
we have surrounded.
Kasim,
There you go.
do you do anything before you go unconscious?
Nope. Hand him the wrench.
Okay.
And nights.
Then next turn. Back to Tiz.
I pop my head in the room.
All right.
Well, sorry, I'm looking in the room to see if I can see it.
All right, make an observation roll just to see if you catch it quick.
I'm not just sticking my head in the room because I'm stupid,
Yep.
but not that. I got one success and nothing else.
Yep, you see it when you kind of pop your head into the room.
Well, I'm going to shoot it, but I don't get a aiming bonus.
Make a roll.
3 successes.
Nice.
3 points of damage and pinned.
All right, I rolled for shit. At that point, as it sort of hits the ground, there's the sizzle as it just lies there inert. Yeah, Carm, this is probably about the time the doors open for you as you're sitting there with the bolt gun, and that thing is on the ground, just sizzling through to the lower levels.
Nice shot.
And I'll
Gotta
say,
be good for something.
for our purposes, as we go through, like, you're able to check the rest of the ship. The rest of the ship is clean. Kasim is going to come out of it. He's not dead. He's unconscious. But you're at the point now where the chances of all of you surviving, if everyone is eating the rations you've got, are not particularly good. So if you want, you can make a survival roll to see, like if everyone goes with it, you can. If someone chooses to die, you can give someone else a +1.
I'm
Or actually,
I'm not thrilled with.
Take a +1 because Ilya's dead already. Everyone already starts with a +1.
All right, I am. I'm not really good with what I did when he pointed out that I killed refugees. You know, that's something that at the time Tiz found an acceptable risk, that they probably didn't have a chance of surviving anyway, but they're going to find him dead at some point anyway, so he's just not going to waste their food. So at least one of them gets a +1.
Okay.
So you said we need to roll.
Well, if you want to roll survival, there's a +1 for everybody because Ilya's dead.
Yep.
If you want to see if you survived when you make it to the next place. Okay.
Oh, sure. Kasim.
And then, do you
I gotta get the
do you want to see if
information.
you make it?
Can you set a +1 on this?
You actually have a. Kasim, did you have a +2 or +1? Dave,
What was that?
did you roll a +2 or a +1?
I rolled a +1.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you'll get a +2 to your survival. All right, when you end up showing up to the kind of closest colony, Tiz has not made it, but we have two very very gaunt and starving Carm and Kasim. You end up making it to the next place with the 6 refugees still in cryo when it finally sets down and you're able to get yourself some aid. And that is the end of Fallon's Reach.
I kind of want to see how they explain it. Because, the company knows that they stole the ship back and left and blew up Fallon's Reach.
Yeah. If you wonder what do you do when the person in charge and a couple guards sort of come on and goes, You were not supposed to be touching down here. What happened?
Bad stuff. Bad stuff. We have the corpses of not only our fellow crew members, but also of the aliens our company has been trying to weaponize. The information has already been leaked. So do with it what you will.
And Carm?
It was chaos at the station, and these demons had escaped, and there was no other choice but for us to destroy the demons and make our way here. And I think actually one thing that Carm had done with the bodies of those aliens, she had kind of taken them and kind of strung them up upside down on the ship, and kind of displays the corpses to them, and says, these beings are awful, and they need to be sent. They need to be destroyed at any cost, and that's what we did.
All right. And as the camera kind of like fades back, you see like the guards and like the captain and such sort of looking at each other, looking at the bodies of these aliens. As it sort of comes out, you see like the whole colony, and then like little like things start to appear from Seegson, and the colony's name appears, and they got a thing of like the amount of people there, and then suddenly it goes from green to red, and expendable is flashing as we fade to black.
I have to admit that Tiz was too much of a coward to face the the consequences of his actions, let alone his conscience after that. Handy with a gun, not necessarily.
Those 10 to 12 dice, I kept rolling either nothing or like 1 or 2. I was like, there's a lot of like GM close combat 1, 2, 0. I was like,
and it should have been like, oh, the alien hands you your head.
Yeah. I was thinking there might have been like we sacrifice everything for the refugees kind of thing going on, but nope.
Well, we kind of did. I mean, the refugees made it, except that they're now expendable. Well, we bought them a day, Ilya.
Yeah, they get to have a nice meal, and they had a good rest.
They'll be a little itchy, and there's no cream left.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay.
Well, that was very